Today's topic: tap merit from the deposit of merit known as father and mother. The question: caring for parents and being grateful to parents are fast disappearing from our present society. Once you mentioned that caring for parents is such a powerful, meritorious act which is capable of elevating one to the realm of the Sakka, the king of gods. How could we understand this phenomenon in terms of the Dhamma? The answer: this needs to be understood in terms of Kalyana Mitta, spiritual friend, Saddhamma Savana, listening to true Dhamma, and Manasikara, wise attention. One who does not know these three matters cannot understand karma and its effects. The Buddha has classified caring for parents as an integral part of Sammaditthi, the right view. One who does not care for one's parents is unable to cultivate the noble path. Even the Buddha spends the first rainy season after the enlightenment with the mother for the purpose of assisting her attaining the fruit of stream entry, the Sotapanna. When describing the fivefold Anantariya Papakamma, the five heinous deeds, the Buddha has listed killing of one's parents as one of them. This carries the same gravity as killing of an arahant. So the importance of parents is ranked next to an arahant in this case. The Buddha's message is to treat one's parents similar to an arahant. The main reason is that even an arahant is brought forth to this world by a mother and a father. When it comes to the prerequisites of becoming a Sakka, one of the important requirements is caring for parents. The Buddha declares, if someone treats, nourishes, cares for one's parents well, that individual has the potential for becoming a Sakka. Therefore, the formations associated with mother and father in an individual should be considered as a deposit of merit. In the Dhamma, it is this deposit of merit that surpasses other deposits such as gems and diamond. Even if someone takes possession of a gem mine or diamond mine and makes a huge income, ultimately this would lead to unsatisfactoriness, dukkha. Fear would take over his happiness every moment. Pancha Nivarana, five hindrances, would cause unsatisfactoriness. Therefore, real mind is one's parents in accordance with the Dhamma. If one is able to make use of the mind known as parents, it would definitely bring happiness to them. One needs to identify this potential in terms of the right view, Sammaditthi, and make full use of this mind known as parents in order to gain true happiness and merit. Even my monkhood is a result of this meritorious mind known as my mother. I was ordained as a monk a year and a half after my mother's death. My mother was paralyzed for a period of 8 years. She was completely bedridden during this period. As a layman, I looked after and nourished my mother for about 5 years. Right now, I am reaping the benefits of these meritorious deeds by being a monk. Also, these meritorious deeds tapped into my accumulation of previous merit, thereby giving me a greater strength to proceed on the noble path. So I am one of the lucky ones who benefited comfortably from the mind known as the mother. If you dissatisfy your mother or father for some reason, that means you are extracting demerit from this mind. This is again tantamount to sinful acts committed against an arahant. At the same time, if you ill-treat your parents, you are bound to confront the same bitter experience from your children as a result. When you look at the families who experience ill treatment from their own children, you will notice that these parents had ill treated their own parents at some point. This is how the law of retribution works on the basis of cause and effect. The incident of retribution may go on from this life to afterlife as well. For example, your mother may die at the time of your next birth or after few years. Children living in orphanages, children who are abandoned on roads are a good example for this situation. They must have surely harassed their parents in their previous lives. You would notice how cats eat their own kittens just after their birth. This is the direct outcome of conflicts between children and parents at some point in previous lives. In terms of Sankara Pachya Vijnana, the mother cat has developed a Vijnana based on previous formations, Sankara, to eat its own offspring. If you cause your parents to shed tears, one day you would pay back with similar tears. You would be burnt with heat throughout the samsara, the cycle of rebirth and death for eons. On the other hand, if a mother experiences mental pain as a result of injustices, ill treatment from her children, that is again a result of her previous bad karma based on bad formations, sankhara. So we need to understand that we can neither solve these issues nor reform the society. What we can do is to identify these negative phenomena and stay away from them while leading a life based on the Dhamma. Kalyana Mittata plays an important role at this stage. Lack of Kalyana Mittata is one of the root causes that prompts people towards ill-treating of their parents. So we need to educate those who tend to ill-treat their parents on the negative consequences while showing the positive aspect of the deposit of merit resulting from caring for parents. Good karmic results could be enjoyed in this very life if someone takes good care of one's parents. I have personal experience in this regard. Potential for being a sucker lies in the teardrop or urine-soaked piece of cloth of mother. Despite this potential, we tend to spend our time on insignificant tasks such as being employed on an 8-hour job, choosing to be farmers. Due to the weak degree of samadhi, we are unable to make full use of this potential. Those who are proficient in samadhi manage to make full use of this potential while engaging in the other tasks to support their livelihood. This potential is also rich with the possibility of becoming a sucker and attaining the fruits of the path such as Sotapanna or Arahantship. Speaking about my personal experiences, I remember how I looked after my mother when she was hospitalized with a chronic disease. She was bedridden for this whole period and I cleaned the urine-soaked clothes every night. This gave me tremendous mental satisfaction. There were certain days where she did not have any bowel movement due to strong medication. That made me feel as if I was fired without any pay after working for 1 year for an employer. I am an individual who has fully reaped the benefit from the mind known as the mother. Please remember The deposit, known as parents, has all the factors necessary for becoming a sucker and for the cessation of one's samsara. Do not kick this potential aside and continue to accumulate unwholesome karma. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.